Call to the booth. What's next for Russell Wilson? The Patriots taking over the AFC East. Paul, drop that beat.
Call to the booth, Harrison Sanford, Aqib Talib. Black Friday is over. Small Business Saturday is over. Cyber Monday is over. We're still trying to get some gifts when it comes to our best bets. That'll be in our second segment. But first and foremost, before we even get to the power rankings and the no-fly zone rankings, I want to get in a little bit of the holiday spirit here with Aqib. I'm curious, with everybody shopping over this past weekend, what was the best gift that you got as a football player? Could be on the field, off the field. What would you classify as your best gift?
Best gift. We get some good gifts now, man. I done got some good luggage. I done got some good Louis Vuitton luggage, man. I think that was probably a Secret Santa in the DB room one time. Vaughn got us these wines one time. He got us some wine. You know what I'm saying? Some classic old wine. I'm talking about it gave crazy 1 cup crazy buzz. It was expensive wine. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciated that gift. One time for the Rams, Secret Santa, JJ John Johnson, he got me this Versace robe. I say that's probably my most used gift. It's this Versace robe, bro. I wore it 2 winters straight. I got it on deck. I might bring it out this winter too. But it's probably, I wear it around the house all day long. It's super comfortable, man. That's probably my most worn, most used gift. So we get good gifts. We get good gifts, Harrison.
For sure. And so I phrased that question a little bit outside of the box because I thought you might have said something like, John Elway's 6-year, $57 million contract, but
Well, that wasn't really Christmas though. I was more thinking Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? But I got some good gifts. I mean, I was more in the Christmas real gifts. That wasn't really a gift. Shit, I earned that. That was a job. Shit. That was a job. You gave me a job. A nice ticket, but you gave me a good job.
Indeed, he did. All right, speaking of the Broncos, they will not be here on the power rankings, but one of your former teams is the New England Patriots here at number 1, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 2, Kansas City Chiefs at number 3, Arizona Cardinals at number 4, Baltimore Ravens at number 5. I have 2 questions out of that. Number 1, you must be real down on the Rams to not give the Packers a top 5 bump after they beat them there in Green Bay this past weekend.
See what it was. What I don't like to do in my top 5. I don't like you to drop when you have a bye week. You know what I'm saying? So it was some bye weeks in there. Chiefs and Cardinals both had bye weeks. The Patriots stand at number 1. Man, the Bucs, they went out, but man, the Bucs is just nice to me. I feel like the Bucs could easily be number 1. So if they win, they probably gonna be at number 2, or they gonna be in there. The Ravens, man, they keep pulling games off. They keep finding ways to win. So I ain't want to drop the Chiefs or the Cardinals out of there. You know what I'm saying? But the Packers, they number 6. They right there.
Want to talk about the Patriots, and we'll save that for the no-fly zone, and everybody will understand why in a moment. 2 teams that were not in the power rankings, but did play Monday Night Football. Washington football team, Seattle Seahawks. Some way, somehow, with this new 17 playoff format, Washington football team with Taylor Heineke at quarterback, still in the mix for the playoffs, and actually have a playoff spot right now as we speak. Want to talk about the other side of the ball. I am mystified, confused, flummoxed, whatever type of word, any synonym that relates to that. Don't understand how the Seahawks had 2 golden opportunities to win these past 2 weeks at home versus the Arizona Cardinals with no Kyler Murray. Now on primetime game against the Washington football team, can't get a dub. And DK Metcalf, last 3 games, 326, no touchdowns. 431, no touchdown. 113 against the Washington football team, when you and I have talked about have been horrible all year, still can't get it done. Before we ask about the future for Russell Wilson, what's wrong with the Seahawks?
Well, I mean, he missed time, man. He broke that finger. You missed time, and it's a momentum game. They have 0 momentum right now, man. The drives is coming to an end fast. There's a lot of 3 and outs. They just don't got that rhythm right now. You know what I'm saying? Even Russell, man, his pocket presence, how he usually worked the pocket, that look even a little shaky right now. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just when you miss time like that, you try to hop in and you try to just get it going. And football don't work like that, man. It take rhythm. It take guys to be on the same page at all times.
We heard the noise this offseason about Russell Wilson potentially not wanting to be there. And I think eventually, obviously, he came back. And I think at that moment in time, you thought that was his way of trying to force the hand of management to kind of get the roster that he wanted around him. Still hasn't turned out to be a successful season. You got the Rams there. They're always on the up and up. The Arizona Cardinals are on the up and up. And the San Francisco 49ers seem to be a very well-coached team, and they're going to be around for a while. And that's with maybe Jimmy Garoppolo at their quarterback, who everybody isn't a big fan of. I ask you again now, is Russell Wilson coming back to Seattle next season?
I don't know, man. You hear them rumors in the offseason and this year. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. At the beginning of the year, he was super professional about it. I want to be here. I don't want to go nowhere. He the face of the franchise. That's what he supposed to say, man. If you plan on having a good season. But your offseason, your season is a reflection of your offseason, and you kind of see what their offseason was like. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of drama, and you see how their season going. So I don't know, man. If Russell feel that same way this offseason, he want to get out this time, I think he might be able to do it. It's a year closer to the end of his contract, and it's not gonna surprise me if guys move around. We got like 3 big name quarterbacks move around this year. It won't surprise me. It's about that time, man. It happened every couple years. So it's about that time right now.
Just might be time, and with the way that division is, it might be brighter. The grass might be greener if he goes somewhere else. With that being said, if we go back to this past offseason, the teams that he was rumored to be interested in, Chicago Bears, who now have Justin Fields, could be a trade. Dallas Cowboys, that ain't happening. That got the contract. New Orleans Saints, who are aiming to start Taysom Hill at quarterback this week, which could be replaced. Las Vegas Raiders. We'll see how that one goes. And let's see here. Oh, and I think those are the teams that I had marked down. And Washington football team could be an option. Denver Broncos could be an option. Carolina Panthers could be an option. Looking at those teams and maybe another one outside of the box. Give me the best fit for Russell Wilson in 2022.
Man, he is Russell Wilson, so any one of those teams you put him with, they immediately turn. If they was a C, they go to a B. If they was a B, they go to an A. So Russell Wilson make the fit, man. He's one of those quarterbacks where he make the fit wherever he go, man. So if you add him to the Houston Texans, they immediately become a contender in the South, at least. You know what I'm saying? In the AFC South, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about Russell, man. It's all about where he want to go, where he want to live. It got to be one of those teams he named. I like the situation in New Orleans, man. I think they got a perfect team. All they need is to insert a quarterback, a real leader, a real winner at quarterback, and they'll be right back where they was with Drew. So that New Orleans situation will look very entertaining to me if I was Russell.
And it looks like that would be something that would get Michael Thomas back on the field or make him back to being the star that he was at the wide receiver position. Obviously, he's been hurt this season, and Alvin Kamara might not be playing this week as well. We'll see how that goes down. All right, before we get to our betting segment, let's talk about the no-fly zone power rankings. You, who would know DBs very well, tell me what you got for Week 13.
Week 13, no-fly zone rankings. We got the Patriots remain at number 1, man. J.C. Jackson, pick magnet. He getting a bunch of interceptions. He doing his thing. We gotta spend some time talking about J.C., man. I gotta show him some love on one of these shows. Chiefs and the Cardinals both move up on the bye week. I don't drop guys out of my list on bye weeks, but you might move up. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys dropped out. Just leave it at that, man. The Cowboys, they dropped out this week, man. AB struggled. A lot of pass interference calls. You can't be no-fly zone, basically giving up the game on that side of the field. So the Cowboys drop out. Who we got? Dolphins. Dolphins still playing ball, man. Another big win. Another low-scoring day against the Dolphins. And then the Browns. It was the Browns or the Packers. I was trying to see who I wanted to put in at number 5. Browns or the Packers. The Packers gave up one too many big plays. I thought the Browns played good enough to win against the Ravens, man. 4 interceptions, and they gave Baker a chance to win at the end of the game. So I went with the Browns. I went with the Browns at number 5. Browns got like one hiccup in the last 5 weeks. Besides that, they playing great football.
Playing great defense for sure. And those Miami Dolphins held Cam Newton to 5 completed passes. this past weekend. Or you could say he completed 7 and 2 of them were to the Miami Dolphins. However you want to cut it. Looking at the power rankings, though, one team that's absent, the Buffalo Bills, who have been there for the majority of the season, for a good portion of the season. Big time injury for them. They pretty much have been an elite secondary during this Josh Allen era. Tre'Davious White, torn ACL, done for the season. We're already seeing the Patriots move up in your power rankings because of the efficiency of Matt Jones and how that defense is. Now you add probably the best defensive player on the Buffalo Bills, done for the season, and it's going to have to, you imagine that's going to have to change them schematically. How do they move forward, and what are your impressions of the Buffalo Bills post-Tre'Davious White injury?
Well, first of all, the Bills, they always in a no-fly zone. They had their little hiccup, last week or something like that. Came back. They could have easily got back in there this week, but that injury made me keep him at like 6 or 7, just because going forward, man, they gon' feel the effects of that, man. He's your guy who you lock on number ones when you really want to challenge them number ones. He's your interception guy, man. He's getting the ball. Him and Poyer get the ball. And his presence just going to be missed, man. He's one of the top corners in the league. So anytime you lose that kind of guy, a guy on Madden, he got the X on him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the X factors on your team. So anytime you lose one of those guys, you going to feel the effects of that on defense, man. That's a reason why he got that X on him. And you don't really miss it until it's gone. So hopefully they won't change their schemes. They're not that kind of defense. They're not going to change the schemes up. They're going to plug and play, man. They're going to plug the next guy in, and they're going to play. But it won't be as productive as Tre'Davious White. I think their defense will still be able to hold up, but him being missing will be the reason this year why they don't get past Kansas City or whoever in the playoffs this year. Now they got a built-in excuse. You don't got Tre'Davious White.
A lot more pressure on Josh Allen in that offense, who's been struggling relatively and really haven't really found a comfort zone with that running game. Just recently, Matt Breida has popped up as one of their running backs who's been productive.
He's nice. So he's nice, though.
He is nice, but it does open up an amount of uncertainty with their future, at least for this season. Speaking of the Patriots, of the Bills, they play the Patriots on Monday Night Football. There's a big set of games this weekend for Week 13. When we come back, we'll do our best bets. Back with more Call to the Booth, getting to our best bet segments for Week 13. Aqib's there, I'm here, and you know how we do. Paul Aspen, our producer, jumping in, our betting expert. Paul, please give us a recap of what happened in Week 12.
So it was a good week for Harrison. Got the Bucks with Leonard Fournette walking it off for him. That was because I was on the Bucks -3 too. That was nice. That was nice to see, breaking off that touchdown.
That was.
So covered there, and then the Chargers Broncos under hit. Unfortunately, Aqib and I did not do so well. Aqib, the Chargers, I don't know, weird game. They just did not show up in Denver.
One of them
really,
teams you got to just stay away from, man. You don't know what team you're gonna get with the Chargers.
Yep, and Vikings. I mean, it was probably the wrong side, but Kirk had a chance on 4th and goal when he wasn't lining up under the guard.
Right.
And he also, that drive at the end. So Vikings fell apart. So 2 L's for us. But
shake
Harrison,
back, man, Paul. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go. A lot of teaser options this week. A lot of teaser options.
Want me to start it off with the teaser options
You
first?
go, yeah.
Go ahead, Aqib. Give us what you got.
Here we go. First, I'm gonna give you a nice little 2-pick. I'm gonna go Bears. They +8. We're gonna tease that up 6. So we go Bears +14. At home. Now we at home against the Cardinals, but we at home in the cold with that high ass grass. It's gonna be a slow surface. Kyler first game back, he probably, he got to get his rhythm back. The Cardinals going to win. They're not going to win by 14, though. Slow the game down, run the ball. And then the same thing, I'm going to go Broncos on the road +16. So I think the Chiefs going to win. They might get the dub, but I think the Broncos slow the game down. They run the ball, slow the game down. Chiefs defense been playing better, but it's a division game, man. I don't think the Broncos go lose by 16.
And going by your rules, Aqib, we all know how teams do on Monday on primetime, and that's a Sunday night football game.
Exactly. Primetime period. Primetime dogs been picking up for me this year, so I'm going to keep riding with them.
I ain't mad at that. And speaking of those Broncos, we will discuss them in our Broncos Focus show. That will come Thursday right here on our podcast feed. And obviously, if you're from the Rocky Mountain region, you can catch that Wednesday on Altitude TV. I'm going to go to my picks for this week. Last week, I felt really good about an under, and this week, I feel really good about an under again. So the Chargers and the Denver Broncos could not get to 47.5. I think that final line was 48. Well, the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions somehow have a 47 over-under. I don't understand how Vegas believes that the Detroit Lions can be capable of scoring that many points. First, you have Dalvin Cook, who's out with an injury. And then you also have the fact that the Detroit Lions just aren't a good football team. And the Minnesota Vikings, after losing this past week, are determined to win this week. I'm almost tempted to take them laying 7 as well. So the under 47 and laying 7 against the Detroit Lions team, who's also going to be without DeAndre Swift. There is no way I see the Detroit Lions, this game going over 47, and there's no way I could see Detroit Lions even coming close in this matchup. Minnesota trying to get into the playoffs. I like them under 47, over under 47, and laying the 7 points. Aqib, thoughts?
I like it. I might put that in. That's a 2 pick I might ride with. One game, same game, little 2 pick. I might put that in just like that.
I just don't see 47 points.
I ain't gonna lie. I might tease it down to Minnesota -1 because I'm scared a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with no Cook. But even when I tease it, now that 47 to go to 53. Now to be under 53 and Vikings -1. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm going to do it this weekend. But I like your pick, though, Harrison.
Thank you, sir. Paul, what you got?
I was going like this because I think you gave my teaser the kiss of death. Like, I can't see the Lions winning that game. So I'm going.
Hey, you see, I got scared. I teased it down. I think they win, but man, hey, the Lions been putting pressure on people all year now.
So that is my best bet. So I'm actually going on the other side of that Arizona-Chicago teaser. So I'm teasing the Cardinals. I see a 7.5 out there, so I'm going to tease that down to 1.5, and I'm going to pair that with the Vikings -1. So again, I don't see how the
we in the same field though. You know what I'm saying?
We all in the same. Yeah,
we all in the same field. So that's a feel good situation.
Yeah, it's good team bet. Yeah. So different sides of it, but so the Cardinals, this might be a mistake, but I'm gonna tease them with a lot of things. My best bet is Cardinals Vikings, but there's a lot of options there. I've also got Cardinals down to 1.5 with the Colts -2.5 at the Texans.
I like that.
So that's a teaser. You could tease. I'm not gonna do the Eagles because we don't know about Jalen Hurts right now. But you can do the Cardinals down to 1.5 to the Chargers 9 against the Bengals. You can do the Giants up to +9 against the Dolphins. You can do the football team up to 8.5 against the Raiders. So I'm going to be doing the Cardinals, pairing them with a lot of different sides in teasers. And then one future for you, because you know I got to.
There we go.
We talked about it a little bit last week. Cooper Kupp did not get in the end zone. Mike Evans did not get in the end zone. Adam Thielen did. So he is now tied with those guys, all at 10 touchdowns. I'm going to go with Tyreek at 10-1 to lead the NFL in touchdown receptions. The Chiefs, all the defenses they're facing except for the Chargers are in the bottom half of the league in pass defense. So you got the Broncos are actually in the bottom half. They faced them twice. Raiders bottom half. Steelers bottom half, which is kind of surprising, but they've been a little banged up. And the Bengals bottom half of the league. So I think if the Chiefs are going to make a run here, they're going to go to Tyreek. He's also tied for second in the league with the most red zone targets. He just hasn't been in the end zone. So that's a future for you guys as well.
Yeah, I like that because the Chiefs hitting their stride, too. They finna start putting some points on the board.
Interestingly enough, Adam Thielen does have a chance as well because you mentioned Dalvin Cook, because we know Dalvin Cook is going to be out for at least maybe 2 weeks, and there's a chance that he could be out for even longer than that. They got the Detroit Lions, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Chicago Bears. They get the Rams, but you assume that Jalen Ramsey is going to be more focused in on Justin Jefferson, Green Bay, then Chicago. Adam Thielen might not be a bad option as well. He might, obviously, I think the odds are probably favoring him more, right? There's a bigger return on
plus
that.
650,
Paul, right?
Because he always scored 14, 15 tubs, so they know what time it is with Thielen.
I would know he was on my fantasy football team. I would also know that he's not the key to winning. The key to winning is playing your best players, and I didn't do that when I played Aqib this past week. That's another story for another.
We could just fast forward to the championship where it's me against Aqib. I don't want to.
Hey, that's cool with me. That's cool with me, Paul. Yeah. Man, we know what time it is. I had Andrews on the bench. You know what I'm saying? He scored 17 or something like that. So even if you would have had them guys in, Harrison, I don't know if you would have been straight, bro. I just scraped you by like 35. You know what I'm saying? With Andrews on the bench. So I don't know, bro. If you would have put those guys in, but I put Andrews in, you still would have lost by 10 or something like that.
I don't know about that Monday morning quarterback in Harrison.
It's been an enjoyable show for all of us involved. Aqib Talib, Paul Aspen, myself, shout out Thomas in the background, and to anybody else in the fantasy football world who sat Leonard Fournette this weekend, I feel for you. See you next week.